Entrepreneur. My name is Cassandra Yunumbe. This is where we get to give you a dose of insight, strategy, and inspiration for not just small business owners, but of course, even established business owners. We talk about the entrepreneurial space. Now, originally, you are supposed to key into this program where you reach out to us and you market your brand, your business, your company for an almost free price. But you know that sometimes we get to bring experts here and people who have worked in the business space or entrepreneurial space for a while so that they can come and talk about what goes on in the business space and how you can capitalize on that to even up your game as a business owner. And today, as always, we have someone here in the studio who is going to do justice to everything that we will be talking about. And for my small business owners, this is something that you definitely want to listen to. And even if you're an established brand, learning never stops, and there is always something to learn about something. So keep it locked here on Eagles 102.3 FM as we bring you the entrepreneur at this hour. Keep listening to Eagles FM.
The hits for your drive home.
Eagles 102.3.
All right, today on the show, we are going to be talking about something very important. Now, this is something that we do not get to see, but once it is broken, it has a way of damaging so much. And today, we will be talking about how to build that and why it is very important in your business. I'm talking about trust. Yes. Trust is not only relevant in your relationships, trust is not only relevant in the family. It is also a huge factor, a determining factor in your business. And today we shall be talking about how to turn your small business into a brand that people get to trust, and sometimes even choose your brand over more established or bigger brands out there. And to do justice to this, we have a business and management consultant right here with us in the studio, talking about Miss Judith Neal. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Cassandra. Good afternoon.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, now let's start all this way. What does a trusted brand mean to you? When we talk about a brand that people can trust, what should come to every other person's mind?
Okay, so in very simple terms, most times when people hear about brand trust, they think about logos, they think about brand symbols, they think about brand colors, right?
Yeah.
But in simple terms, a trusted brand is a brand that people believe that you deliver what you promise every single time. There is consistency in what you deliver. That consistency is what builds that brand trust for people to always consistently buy from you.
Yeah, to always consistently buy from you. Now, you said something. There are some keywords that are taken from what you've said. You've said that it is a situation where you consistently deliver every time. It's not a situation where you deliver for one customer or client and then the other one is complaining that your products or your services were bad or something like that, or you failed to deliver. Like, the feedback is consistent.
Exactly.
Okay. Now let's move to this point. Many small business owners, like you hinted earlier, feel that branding or trying to build trust is just about having logos, fancy graphics, or let's say just having social media presence and all of that. What does building a brand people trust truly mean?
Okay, so before we talk about building a brand that people trust, let's look at some of the issues that even affect brand trust in the first place.
Yeah.
And then people can look at the examples and see where they can improve on.
Yeah.
So the first thing is inconsistency. Let's say one day your products look great, the next day it's completely different, or your price keep on changing without even any prior notice to your audience.
Okay.
This can affect the brand trust that people have in you. Then poor communication. For example, you take orders, but you don't reply to messages. So customers are not even sure, has she seen my order or has he seen my order? You leave them wanting for feedback, or you overpromise and underdeliver. You tell people delivery takes 2 days, and then delivery takes 1 week. And even the buyer is not even informed on why the delivery is taking so long to get to them. Yes.
Yeah.
Then you have unprofessional presentation. For example, your logo is different on WhatsApp, it's different on Instagram, it's different on Facebook. And when people come to WhatsApp, they are wondering, is it the same brand or is it a different brand, right? Then you have lack of follow-up. People buy from you, you do not follow up. There are no thank you messages. There's nothing to encourage feedback. Those are the things that break trust. Those little things are what add up and break trust among people and among customers trusting your brand.
Okay, these are some of the things that actually break trust. Now, let's talk about why trust is important. Let's talk about it. Why is trust such a powerful currency for not just small business owners but also even established businesses? Because I have seen situations where businesses that have even been there for a while, that people have patronized for a while, once they start misbehaving, you see that people start calling them out, and because of that call out, some people resolve that they will not patronize them. Personally, as a person, if I want to buy something or patronize a service, I first of all go and start browsing about them, because like I'm so quick to resort into the internet when it comes to checking people out or things out. So I go to the internet and I want to find out your internet roadmap. I mean your footprint, to know what exactly has been happening before I patronize you. Let's say, for instance, I want to buy a wig or something. I go on the internet, and thank God that the internet has made everything so easy. If this vendor was called out years ago, you will see it. If this person delivered well, you will still see the reviews and all of that. So let's talk about trust. Why is it such a powerful currency when it comes to running a business?
Okay, so we live in a world where people are tired of being scammed, right?
Yeah.
People are tired of being scammed, and then they want to get value for their money. Trust is very important. Trust is that ingredient that you cannot buy. Trust is that thing that would help your brand to meet the end of time in terms of competition, in terms of sustainability. So people are very careful in building. Why trust is now a very important currency for every business. You don't want to break trust among people or among your clients or customers.
Patronize you or people who buy from you. Well, remember, this is the Entrepreneur Eagles 102.3 FM. We'll just take a breather, and when we come back, we will continue the conversation right here. Keep listening.
The hits for your drive home.
Eagles 102.3.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just
20,000 naira?
Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM, Abuja. For more inquiries, call
080-5919-8658. 080-5919-8658.
Hurry now.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Alright, still the Entrepreneur on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your number one radio experience you can always count on. Today, right here on the show, we have Miss Judith Neal. She is a business and management consultant, and she's been talking about why trust is very relevant, and not just relevant, but very crucial when it comes to as a small business owner or as an established business owner. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us once again. Now, let's talk about your experience working with small and medium businesses. What are some of those mistakes that you think people make or business owners make that usually push their customers or even potential customers away? If you could break some of these mistakes down for us, so that anyone listening to you would be able to take notes and just try to see how they can work towards removing all of that or avoiding it, so to say?
Okay, so first things first.
Yeah.
I would say one is clarity. A lot of times business owners confuse their customers. Today you're selling hair, tomorrow you're selling provisions, and then the next time we see you, you're a food vendor, right? And with that, people are not clear on what they should reach you out for.
Yeah.
People don't know what exactly you're doing. You're not clear on who you're in business for, the products you're selling, and lack of clarity breaks trust. What if I buy this wig and tomorrow I see a notification on my Instagram that you're no longer a wig seller and now you're a food vendor?
Yeah.
Right? Another thing is lack of communication. People disappear after the first sale. A customer buys from you, there's no after sales support. If I go to a wig vendor and I get a wig, and then after a month she sends me a message, "Oh, hi Judith, you got a wig from us, has it been so far? How are you taking care of it? These are some tips to make it last longer." If I get that type of message, I would always go back to buy from that person.
So true.
So things like that, I won't make people lose trust. Then another thing is over promising and under delivering. Please, if you know that your delivery takes 5 days, state it clearly that your delivery takes 5 days.
Yes.
If anything happens and then you decide, or something happens and then it's going to take longer than that, always communicate, always inform your customers that this delivery is taking longer than that. Feedback is very important.
True.
And people would always come back to buy from you. Now let me give an example. Let's just look at your environment. Look at your favorite mama put by your street.
Yes.
You go there always because her taste is consistent.
Sure.
You've been eating her food for years and it hasn't changed. She knows your preference. She even knows you by name. And if she doesn't see you, she's wondering, "Oh, Judith, we've not seen you in a while." So things like that, people knowing that you care about them beyond the money that they are paying you for, are some of the things that make brand lose trust among people. If people feel that after I buy from you and you disappear, I reach you, I have issues with the product, I reach you and you tell me there's no refund, you can't do anything to help me, I would never go back to buy from you. So those are the things that break trust among people. Another thing I always advise SMEs or small business owners is that make sure that you're clear on the service you deliver. Make sure that you have consistent feedback with your customers. Let them tell you what is working and what is not working. Aside that, have a system that you can manage customer support, from after sales support even to when they place an order. Have things like that and let your product be consistent. If you're changing things like pricing in your product, carry your customer on that journey. People buy from brands they like and they know and they trust.
Yeah.
If I come online to buy a product, I may have checked that product a million times before buying from you. I will go and look at reviews on your page.
True.
I will go and look at recommendations on your page. I will make sure I follow you consistently before I buy from you. So if you are not a brand owner that genuinely cares about the people that you serve, nobody will patronize you, nobody will buy from you, and that trust among your customers is broken.
So, if you're a small business owner or even an established business owner and you're listening to us, you might think that you have been getting it all right, but maybe just that gap in communication is what is making some of your customers not to come back. Now, some people, when they have customers, they'll be like, this person just stopped buying from you. You see, this thing you are talking about, getting back to your customers to keep up with them, it's not even just about the feedback. Sometimes I feel like, you see, during these festive periods, maybe like just extending felicitations, hampers, so that it will not be as if it's only their money that you've. Yes, we know that it's the profit, but maybe during the festive period, you package a hamper and say, okay, this is just to appreciate you for being our customer for all year long. That will be such a very huge gesture. And as little as it may seem, this person will take it very seriously because you are thinking about them beyond the money value that they are bringing to you. And the next time They are looking for, let's say, someone that will supply souvenirs for their wedding. They are thinking about you.
Exactly.
So if you're a small business owner, the things that you think are little might not be little at the end of the day. Okay, we've been talking about the business owners, but if we could digress a bit to the clients, because for any business to thrive, there are people who are willing to patronize. So for the customers or the clients, what are some of the red flags that they should look out for when it comes to patronizing a business, especially what it seems like trust is about to break, or you are not supposed to trust that type of person? What are some of the red flags that they should look out for on the part? Because sometimes you hear people say things like, oh, I've been scammed. Yes, these days, even those that have established offices, physical offices, they still have very huge online presence where people can sit in any part of the world and do business with them. But sometimes there are red flags to look out for. What are some of those red flags?
Okay, so first things first, I would say that greed is one reason why people get scammed.
Greed.
So you see, let me give an example with a handbag. You see a handbag for, the price of that handbag is 150,000. And then you see a vendor selling it for 45k.
You rush it.
Was 150, now 45k. Right?
Yeah.
And then you're trying to be, you think it's a very juicy offer, and then you fall for that scam. So greed, make sure that whatever product this person is selling, even during their sales, make sure that the value of what you're giving is equal to the product you're receiving. That is just one aspect of it. Then another time, even the value might be equal to the product, but that person might scam you. You see them, they'll take so much time building their social media, building online presence, and then once you pay a certain amount, they just disappear. This is where reviews come in. Before you purchase any product, make sure that you check for that brand. You check for reviews on that brand. And when I say reviews on that brand, I'm not saying go to the brand page and go to the comment section to check for reviews. You can check for reviews directly on Google. You can go to Google with the brand's name and check for reviews on Google, and then you see every history of that brand out there, if they've scammed people before, if they are legitimate, etc. But falling a victim or being scammed is something that can be unavoidable or can be avoidable, depending on how you ensure that you gather relevant data on whoever you want to buy from. Even services, whoever you want to buy from, make sure that you've done your proper research. Make sure that they are providing value for money for whatever product or service you're buying from them.
Make sure that you're providing value for whatever service or product that your potential client is offering, and even you, the client, before you release money, is that product or service worth the amount you are bringing out? That is what you should ask. Now, there are some clients that, like you said, they are greedy, because why do you know very well that this particular bag is this price on a normal day? You see someone selling it for a lesser. Of course, sometimes there are people that they will say, okay, because of maybe importation factors, or they have access to the people who are the ones making it, so it's easy. But if you know that this is not how it is, why are you indulging in that? Well, in case you just tuned into Eagles FM, this is 102.3 FM Abuja, and you are listening to The Entrepreneur right here. And today we are unpacking how to turn your small business into a brand people can trust. And right here to break it all down, she's been doing justice to it all together. She's a seasoned facilitator, speaker, and business systems consultant who helps MSMEs simplify, systemize, and grow using smart digital tools. She's very passionate about helping entrepreneurs move from hustle mode to brand mode, and today she's here to talk about how to build trust and why trust can transform your small business into a very reliable brand. So if you're a small business owner, or even an established business owner, if you've not been taking notes, then I really do not know what you're doing. Now, it's easy for anybody to wake up and just start a business, but what is it going to profit you if the people who are buying from you or patronizing your service keep going and they're not coming back? Now, I talk about going and not coming back. There is something like customer retainership, I believe.
Exactly.
Okay. So sometimes you hear some business owners lament that this person has been buying from me, or this person bought from me once or patronized my service once and they didn't come back. What can business owners do to make sure that this retainership is there, so that clients do not go after just one time of patronizing?
So I think a lot of times business owners try to get results from the outside in instead of the inside out. And when I say inside out, I mean setting up systems and processes within your organization, no matter how small your business is, to be able to track these things for you. One simple template I would recommend, and everyone can do their research on this, is called a business model canvas.
Okay.
Right? So a business model canvas is a simple template that helps business owners look at their businesses internally. And there's a part on the business model canvas called customer relationship. And in this segment, it just clearly shows you how to build relationships with your customers.
Okay.
If you already have these things in place, your customers will always come back. Let me explain.
Explain.
Now, I have a system that shows me how to track sales,
Okay.
right? How to build relationship with my customers.
Yeah.
Say, for example, I have a template for every first buyer that buys from me. Now, when you buy from me, I capture your name, your email, maybe your date of birth or anniversary dates. I just capture details about you, right? And then on your birthday, you get a text message from me. Hi, Cassandra, happy birthday. Everybody, all of us from Judith's Boutique, we are wishing you a very beautiful
Even
day.
if I don't want to buy,
Even if you don't
my
want
next
to
dress
buy,
will be there.
you will come back to buy. It's the
True.
same thing with banks. There's nobody holding their phones and sending you a text message on your birthday.
So it's
But I tell
automated.
yes, it's automated. I tell people that my first birthday messages are usually from banks.
yes.
You know, so it's automated to make you feel special. So every business should integrate systems within, so that would help them track these things with their customers. So let's say, for example, you buy from me. After 1 week, you get a text message. Okay, this is aftercare support for the product you bought from me. This bag, make sure that it's stored in a very cool environment. Don't clean it with this, don't clean it with that. After 1 month, you get another text message from me. So with that follow-up, people can always tell me what they like or do not like about my products. But then after you get your customer to buy, you just disappear. There's no even thank you for buying. You just disappear. There's no thank you for buying. And that's all. So when you have those systems in place, you would not lose customers. You're tracking what they like about your product or not, things you need to improve on. And with that, they feel special. They feel like they are part of your brand story. They become your brand ambassadors. They fight for you. They recommend you. They do everything to push your brand, because they have this notion in their head that we are in this together.
They are building that brand with you. They feel like they're part of your story. Even
Exactly.
though you're the one making the money, they still feel like they own a portion of that business. They are stakeholders. I think it's just about giving your clients or your potential clients that stakeholder mentality when it comes to your
Exactly.
business. You said something that follow-up is very important. Now, I'm going to talk about this issue of trust in another way. There used to be, I'm not going to mention them, of course, we are avoiding lawsuits, but there was this brand that was trending. I know you know the brand. It was
Okay.
trending on social media, I think about a year or two ago, that they make blenders, very good blenders and everything. Like, people were even, I don't know if they hired those influencers to be doing it, or people were genuinely giving those reviews about the blender. The next thing, people started calling out this person that was producing the blender, or the person that owns this company, that, hey, delivery takes a lot of time, this and that. And she did something that got me. I was like, really? After all this trust that you built for your brand, this is how you just end it? This person was being called out for late delivery, not for poor product. Oh. It's not just for you to be open and tell them that you're experiencing logistic issues. But I think it's the fact that some people underrate that saying, customer is king, especially when they have established clients, or let's say that their clientele is made up more of the rich the rich class. Sometimes you see them trying to act classist. Yes, you see a business owner, when they are coming up, they will do all these things you are saying. But once they start growing and advancing, they will start segregating their customers based on their pockets.
Exactly.
Do you know that there is something that some business owners do? This DM for price. Do you know why they are doing it? Because they don't want to write the price.
Exactly.
Depending on who is asking. The price is dependent on who is asking. Maybe you have this bottle of water you are selling, and then you now advertise it. You say DM for price. So the price of Mr. A that works in a high profile office and probably earns better is going to be different from the person that they will get your profile. But people fail to understand that sometimes not everybody puts everything about them on social media. So what do you even have to say about some of these people that I know you cannot tell people how to run their businesses, but sometimes people get to see through some of these acts.
Yes.
And if you notice, no matter how much of a fave you are, at some point, people just withdraw from you automatically and they'll stop buying from you. So if some men listening to us today can attest to this thing I'm saying, do you know that there are some of this, sorry for my ladies, I'm a girl's girl, anything at home, Oga wants to buy it for the house. Do you know they will tell this, they will inflate the price because they have gauged Oga. And the man is not a fool. He obviously knows that this is it, but he just pays you and he will pay it. But you might be wondering that why is it that this man did not come back? That is just so. What do you really have to say to this type of small business owners that do this very shady acts?
Okay, so I usually
How is somebody supposed to?
or let me rephrase it.
Okay.
You are not in business for profit. You are not in business to make money. That is not your primary aim of starting a business. You are in business to solve a problem. And it's solving that problem that gives you money. So if you go with that perspective that you are in business to solve a problem, everything about you will be excellent. How you talk to your clients, how you follow up with your customers, your brand messaging, consistent pricing. You will have your customers at the heart of your brand because you know you are in business to solve a problem.
Yeah.
But if you go into business with the mindset that you're going into business to make money, you will do everything to wrong a customer. You will break your brand loyalty. You will feel that it's not even necessary to communicate with your customers whether their products are ready or not. No follow-up messaging, nothing. And you also feel that, oh, you have a particular client you want to work with.
Yeah.
And so everybody can, I don't want to use that phrase, but everybody can, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But if you have the notion that you're in business for your customers, you're in business to solve a problem, to provide a solution, to create value in the marketplace, then you will treat all your customers equally. You can decide to have different afford your product. So let's give an example with bags. It's very relatable. Now you can have bags for 20k for people who can afford 20k bags. You can have bags for 250k for 1 million for people who can afford that. So when people for 20k come to buy down on them because you've created a buyer persona for them. So you treat them with respect because you know that it's a mutual beneficial relationship. Nobody is doing anybody a favor. They are buying from you. You are providing that product or service to them.
Okay.
Personally, if I go online and I see a product and I see DM for price, I'm not DMing you for any price. I'll just say this one is not even serious. Put your price there. If people can afford, fine. If people cannot afford, leave it. Because I feel that if I DM you, you would give me a different price than the original price, and I don't want that. I feel you're not transparent. I just have this red
So the
flag.
trust is even broken.
Yes, it's
before
even broken
built.
before it's even built. So just be very transparent with your business processes. If that's how much you charge, then you have customers that can pay you for that. Put it there so that people can see. If you're offering discounts for certain amounts of purchase, then put it like that, offering discounts for that.
Okay. I think from what you've said now, I've picked it. It's possible for you to create a business persona for every part of your clientele.
Exactly.
Now, I think that some of our Igbo brothers are already doing this. They do this. Like when you go to the market, they will tell you that, hey, see, oh, this one is like this. This is the one of 5K. This is the one of 15K. They will not allow you to make the choice yourself.
Yes.
Because it's not as if they don't have all of that. Maybe they'll bring the one of 10K first. Of course, they are businessmen. They'll bring the one of 15K first. Then maybe when you start complaining of your pockets, they will now show you that this is the other one. It's not as if that one is going to serve you less, but of course you know that the quality is going to be higher. But they try to be as transparent as possible to let you know that you have options. So if every business owner can inculcate this, give your customers options, and don't make the mistake of trying to segregate your clients based off on their looks or on their pockets. That is such a downfall. Okay, but to wrap up the conversation this afternoon on the show, let's talk about the digital world, because everything is now digital and the future is here. People are taking advantage of social media so much. So for the business owner that is listening to us this afternoon, how can they capitalize on digital tools and even social media to strengthen trust with their audience?
Okay, so I would say there are several tools that you could use to build trust with your audience. But before I dive into the tools, I want to say something.
Okay.
Make sure that you show your face as someone who runs a brand. People would not buy any more from a faceless page. They want to see that they are interacting with a human. They want to see that there's life in whatever or whoever they are buying from, right? So that is one thing. Now, secondly, social media has made it easy for us to reach a global audience. You can reach anybody, anywhere, at any time. But a lot of times, business owners feel overwhelmed with using social media. And that is because they are failing to integrate other digital tools that will make it easier for them. For example, we all know ChatGPT.
Yeah, we do.
But a lot of times, we use ChatGPT as a search engine. ChatGPT is not Google. ChatGPT is not a place you go to type and ask your relationship problems and get solutions from ChatGPT. ChatGPT is your artificial intelligence assistant. It's meant to help you run your business effectively. It's meant to help you save time and create that convenience that you want for yourself as a business owner.
Sure.
So first things first, ChatGPT would help you create content. So that means ChatGPT can act as your content creator in terms of the products you offer, the products or the services that you offer. That's one thing. Secondly, Meta Business. Meta Business is a platform owned by Meta. With Meta Business, you can schedule your content, and this means once you've created your content and edited it using ChatGPT, make sure that it's in line with what you're doing. It's not a copy and paste thing. You have to learn prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is how you can prompt ChatGPT with questions or give it instructions to run things the way you want it to. Now, you get that data from your content, you schedule it on Meta. That means for me, who am a very busy person, I will pick one day within the week, probably Sunday, and schedule my contents for the week. So I'm not actively online
But it's posting by itself.
But it's posting by itself. So you use Meta. When you get Meta, you schedule your content on Meta. You can use other platforms for automated messaging. Thank God for WhatsApp Business. WhatsApp for Business, there are away messages that you can upload your products on WhatsApp for Business, and with that it keeps on running whether you're there or not. It will only get to a point when it cannot answer the question that whoever is then you can now come in and answer the question. I have a friend that has automated his WhatsApp to the extent that payments is made even without him going to chat with you.
Wow.
So he has prompted it with possible questions, and then the last thing is the account details. So he wakes up and just sees alerts.
Wow.
Right? Then
That is making money even when you're sleeping.
Yes, exactly. Another thing I do, My Business.
Okay.
Is a free platform by Google. With Google My Business, you would go to Google My Business, you sign up on Google My Business and pin your location. Anytime anybody's looking for anything in your locality and they go and search on Google.
So that is for free?
That is for free.
Wow.
That is for free. If they search for anything, if I make bags, if I sell shoes as a business and management, if I make bags, if I sell shoes as a business and management consultant, if they are looking for me and they search there, it will pin, your location is pinned, so you become the first point of contact people will search for if they are looking for you. Just make sure that it's location specific. That means if you're in Lagos, if you're in a particular community in Lagos, pin it to that community, so anybody that comes around your
you don't have any excuse. And today our guest has been able to do not just justice to this. In fact, there's been a whole justification of everything, like broken it down. Talk about the Google My Business. I think this is something that is very important. There are people that basically live their lives on the internet. Before they buy, they don't have time to go to the physical stores. So once someone is in Abuja, maybe they are looking for a DJ in Abuja, they will now go and check DJs in Abuja, and you'll be there. Honestly, like with just a click. And now there is something that AI does. There is, I think, Google has also infused AI tools on the search engine, where there's AI mode. You will just see a summary of everything. If you check me, you will see me. I'm there. I don't have a Wikipedia page, but if you check me, I am there. There is, just search my name and what I do. You will see my name and what I do. Everything is there. And if you search at them, you also see everything. This is how easy it is, but it's only for you to have the right knowledge to know that this is what it is. And honestly, thank you so much for coming to throw more light on these and raise awareness for people who may not know, because sometimes some of these things are available but people are not aware, and it's only in our place to throw more light so that people would understand that this is what it is. Yes, it's important for you to do ads, pay for ads and all of that, but sometimes these tools are there for you to make it even much easier and cost effective. You don't need to spend so much for that to be. Actually saying that Google My Business is free. We have WhatsApp Business, we also have Meta Business, we have ChatGPT. Like she said, it's not for you to put it, you are not supposed to ask it, instruct it, because it's what you put in that you get. Garbage in, garbage out. If you put, it's what you put that it will give you. So if you're a business owner and you are thinking of content styles or content ideas for your business, because these days everybody has to do something to appeal to their customers online. So if you are looking for something to appeal to your customers to get more patronage, go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is not even the only artificial intelligence tool that is out there. We have so much. We have the Gemini, we have a lot of them that I really cannot mention now, but just do your research. This era has made things a lot much easier for us than it was for our fathers back in the day. So I really do not know what you're waiting for. Make sure that you take advantage of this opportunity. And honestly, we are so glad for this business and management consultant that we have here in the studio today. She's been doing so much of justice on how you can move from just a basic hustler to a real businessman or woman. It's very possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So before we let you go, just in a summary of, let's say, a minute or two, just give us your fun take on everything that you've spoken to us here about today.
Okay. So I will end with the 5 pillars of a trusted brand, so that as we're taking notes, we will go back and incorporate that into our businesses. So the first thing is clarity. Be clear on who you serve and what you deliver. The second thing is competence. A lot of times we start businesses and then we don't improve on our skill set. If you're not competent in what you do, nobody will keep on buying from you. I want to be sure that you can deliver 100%. It's competence that builds trust and get people to keep on buying from you. Then character. Make sure that you have integrity. Treat your customers with respect. Ensure that you provide value for money. People are tired of being scammed. People are tired of getting what I ordered versus what I got. So invest in your character, right? So competence, you have character, you have clarity, right? Then another thing is connections. Build connections with your audience. take them along your brand story and your brand journey. Take your audience along. They want to feel like they are part of what you're building. They want to be part of the brand that you're building. When you build connections and your customers can sense that you're not just buying from them, you're not just selling to them. Yes, you're not just getting the money and disappearing, but you're consistently caring about them and their feedback. They would become your ambassadors.
True.
And then I also have the last one, which I'll call consistency. Be consistent in what you do. Trusted brands are consistent brands, and when I say consistency, I mean in a good way. Consistency in your pricing, consistency in your branding. If you are on Instagram and Facebook, it shouldn't be so different that if I come on Facebook, I'm wondering if it's the same brand I saw on Instagram.
The same thing
or the same thing on WhatsApp. So if you work on these 5 pillars and you build them consistently, little disciplines every day, you'll be able to build trust among your audience. And make sure that if you're not taking anything out of here, take one thing, and which is audit your customers. Go back and audit your clients. Get a feedback form and ask your customers. Get feedback from them. What do they like from your brand? What are things that you need to improve on? Get that feedback, come back and implement it in your business. Thank you.
Wow, very powerful conversation that we've had here today on the Entrepreneur. Honestly, words cannot express how much we are grateful for coming out, sparing our time to talk to small business owners. Honestly, it's not easy running the business, and having someone come to break this down for free is such a big deal. Thank you so much, Ms. Judith, business and management consultant, who has succeeded in telling us that it is possible to move from just the hustle to a proper business owner. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cassandra. My
All right.
pleasure.
Okay, we hope to see you again on Eagles FM. We hope to see you again. You will definitely come back.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, dear listener. If there is anything that today's discussion has made clear, it is the fact that trust is not built overnight. You need to put a lot of work, and it's part of what the 5 pillars carry. The fact that you need to be clear on what you're doing, you have to be competent about it, and you need to exhibit the right type of character for your customers to connect with you, and then you also connecting with them with a high level of consistency. At least we've learned that today from what our resource person has been able to put out here on Eagles FM. Thank you very much. Remember that people do not just buy your products, they buy the confidence that you deliver on your promise. So please try to work within your ability. Do not overpromise people so that we don't get to have more of the what I ordered versus what I got. Please, let's try to stay very transparent in whatever we are doing. My name is Cassandra Unube. Remember that this is the Entrepreneur, and this show is very open for you to market your product, to market your brand, your service, whatever it is you're doing. So long as you're selling legitimately, we are very open to taking your business, to advertise it for